Breaking the wall of the EU democratic deficit. Claudia Hefftler, University of Cologne.
The European Union has been a project of closer cooperation which has brought peace and prosperity to the continent for over 6 decades. However, in recent years it has been challenged whether we want to still continue the closer cooperation, as the rise in Eurosceptic votes shows. One of the main criticisms is the lack of democratic legitimacy of EU legislation. So we have researched what parliaments do to stay in control over EU legislation, as they represent the citizens' interests. On the one hand, we have the European Parliament, which has resources and competences to scrutinize EU legislation. However, it's argued that it's somehow too distant from the citizens. There's this language problem, as we speak over 20 languages over the continent, and it's difficult for European parliamentarians to reach out to the citizens. So the attention of academics and politicians has shifted to national parliaments and how far they are involved in the decision-making process. And we have researched their activities. And one new innovation was the early warning mechanism, which the latest treaty revisions of the EU treaties in 2009 has invented, and which gave new powers to national parliaments. The idea is that they can vote over subsidiarity, so whether an EU proposal is in line with subsidiarity, thus the EU wouldn't step over the competences it has. So national parliaments watch that the power is at the member state level, where in single proposals when it's supposed to be. And they do this collectively, so you need 1/3 of votes of national parliaments to send a yellow card to the European Commission and send the proposal back to Brussels. So this has been in place for 5 years now. What do you think? How often has it been used, the new procedure which was supposed to promote democracy in Europe? Well, exactly 2 times. In 5 years, there have been 2 yellow cards. One on workers' right to strike, and the other one on the abuse of EU funds. So both topics which are really relevant and impact our societies. However, there was no media attention for it. What is it that we do know what the European Union regulates? It's how tilted is a cucumber, and that we will soon not be allowed to buy really large vacuum cleaners. So I would argue that there's a huge communicative gap between what the EU does and the citizens, and national parliaments could come in and debate EU issues simultaneously, ideally, so they could bring ideas about European citizens and allow to cross references if they do it at the same time. Thank you for your attention.